is also one of the founders. He's a distinguished Toastmaster. He has been a district president, district governor in the past in 1989. He is what I call our blue-collar worker. Now, Sandpipers is composed of lawyers, doctors, businessmen, entrepreneurs, but this fellow is a real blue-collar worker. He's the only person that I know that has ever shot an oil well. He frequently, on a daily basis, shoots oil wells. He tells me that he's a shooter, not a fracker. With the speech, the Neolithic icebreaker, he's going to tell us this morning a little bit about other things besides Toastmasters, of which he is very proud. With the speech entitled, "The More I Give, the More I Get." Please welcome Jim Sullivan.
Good morning. Thank you, Toastmaster Dave. Good morning, Sandpipers and guests. It is indeed a pleasure to be able to tell you a little about some of the other aspects of my life, but it includes Toastmasters because I have given a little bit to Toastmasters along the way and gotten a lot in return. So this is the few things that I want to tell you about this morning. You can probably notice there are probably some golfers in here. You don't see me on the golf course very much. You don't see me hanging out in bars very much. Oh no, not anymore. But I've been hanging around Toastmasters, my church, the San Bonaventure Mission, and Sarah International, another organization that I belong to, that have been taking up a lot of my life besides my work, as Dr. Dave mentioned, oil well shooting, and my family, wife and 6 kids, a wife of over 50 years now. I can't remember when I wasn't. So I tell you a little bit about, first of all, the Toastmasters, where I have given quite a bit of my time and talent, because it's been a journey that has taken me a long ways to a lot of different meetings, conferences, and work on different things. First of all, the journey to district governor is quite an accomplishment in itself. It takes a lot of time. We only had about 150 clubs in the district when I was district governor, compared to about 300 now. But it was still a pretty good challenge. Back in the old days, of 1989 and 90, I wore out one motorhome before I reached district governor, and then I bought a new one when I was district governor, and I about got it worn out now, but it's still going. Got a little sign in the front that says Toastmaster Fun Bus, because we would take people from Sandpiper, from Ventura, wherever, to the district meetings in Modesto, Fresno, Atascadero, all those scenic places, even Las Vegas once in a while. So it was a good time to give in that respect, and people really enjoyed the time that we were able to spend together, traveling back and forth. We were going to Las Vegas for one meeting. We were preparing for a debate, and Herbie says, "When we see the lights of Las Vegas, we will have it figured out." And we did. So it was a journey that carried many, many miles. Then from there, I'm not quite sure how, somebody here got me into the campaign trail. Back then we used to campaign for region directors. Don was the first one that I campaigned for. And that is a real grueling challenge. You go to these meetings for 2 or 3 days and you're on the go constantly, meeting people, getting people to meet him, get them to vote for him, whatever. Well, when he ran, nobody would run against him. So he was the only candidate. And he was the only one, the first one to jump out first, the first and the only one. They would have hospitality rooms back in those days where you would have a little wine and beer and maybe some hard liquor and some munchies and goodies and all that kind of stuff. Well, he bought a bottle of vodka to have with the orange juice, the fresh squeezed orange juice. Me and my family did in our hotel room and carried over to his room. And with a big machine said Sunkist on it. And he had this bottle of vodka up in the closet there in the hotel room. never got it out. He questioned me several times, should I do it, shouldn't I do it? I said, Don, it's up to you. Between fresh orange juice and chocolate chip cookies made by my wife, he won, no problem. Didn't ever get the bottle out of the bottle. Another first for Don. So it was on to many of those campaigns, Don and Herb's, a couple of times years after that. Frank Boyer from Las Vegas, we got him elected in Dallas, Texas. It was a good, fun time, but very, very, very rewarding. So we move on from Toastmasters to my church, the San Buenaventura Mission, where I've been a member since we moved to town 21 years ago. And the pastor has had my phone number. Again, you see my tie has so many tools and wrenches on it. My lot in life is to fix it. So many times I got calls to go down and fix things. But beyond that, I was also, through the leadership skills we learned here in Toastmasters, people notice that when you go to other organizations. Would you be the president of the PTA? Would you be on the parish council? So I have been involved with those aspects of the San Buenaventura Mission, besides the challenges of reading, as Don indicated, do the readings at Mass, and preach once in a while, and Eucharistic ministers. So we have been quite heavily involved there, and still continue to do so. Then the next aspect, when I had no idea what I was getting into, when I attended a meeting at St. John's Seminary almost 40 years ago, to become a member of the Sarah International Organization. And our job was primarily to work for and pray for vocations to the priesthood and religious life. And I did that, been with them for many years, going through the presidency, all the offices of that organization. Our club here covers Ventura County. And then from there on to the board of directors of the United States Council for Sarah International, where I was attending several meetings, missing some here, in Chicago from time to time. It has been very, very rewarding to see you get to meet at St. John's Seminary, meet the seminarians as they are going through their discernment program for 6 to 8 years. You get to know them pretty well, and then to attend their ordination is really the highlight of the time we spent with them. See them become baby priests, and they are a very, very good group of people to get to know and to be with. So from all those aspects of my life, from where I give, the benefits I've received have been many, many more. To enjoy the fruits of our work has been very, very interesting and enjoyable to me. And I thank you, the Sandpipers, for allowing me to be a part of this organization. I never dreamed 40 years ago when over 40 years ago, 45 years ago, 1970, in Columbus, Nebraska, when I joined Toastmasters, that I would ever see a club like this and be a part of it. And thank you to Don for helping me to organize it. We did it as a challenge to our ETM, and we did. Mr. Toastmaster.